Day number 3 in the video series. There we go. Vibrant energy, health, and weight loss in midlife, and the shifts that are required to have that. Just ate, sorry, stuff on my teeth. So I'm just going to share this video and then we're going to get started. And today the topic is perception. So perception, really kind of what that is, what I mean, and how a change in, a little shift and change in your perception can help you with the energy, health, and weight loss in midlife. Okay, so let me just share this video. And I forgot my glasses. Probably grab those too. If you're jumping on the replay, in the replay put hashtag perception. And hello to those that are watching. Let me know who you are. Say hello. I'd love to know how you found me too. That's a really cool thing. How you know me. It is the sun. We have sun right now in Vancouver Island, which is amazing. I'm so happy we have sun right now. So I'm going to get outside for maybe a little bit. Okay. And if you're somebody who does struggle with health, weight loss and all, I mean, of course, in midlife, we do tend to gain that midlife, the belly, the muffin top, right? That seems to get worse in midlife. Let me know if that's you, if you're in that phase. Some people are in that phase. Some people are beyond that phase, but still struggle with the weight, right? That's a really big thing. And then the health too, right? Like, often we want to accept that our health is just going to decline as we age, but it doesn't have to be that way. I think it just is that way when people don't consciously start changing what they're doing, right? So that's what I'm here to encourage women to do, is to become conscious on. I want you to begin to change how you feel, how you eat, how you live your life right now, before we end up in that dis-ease within our body, the great unbalance of disease, right? Because then what happens is you're like, I should have, I wish I would have, right? Why didn't I? All the regret. And you don't want to live in regret, right? So if you start taking care of yourself now, oh my God, just imagine how much better it can be, right? And it is possible. A lot of women think it's not possible to lose the weight in midlife. And now what it takes, and that's what we're talking about in this series, is that it doesn't just take changing what you eat. It takes changing kind of who you are, what your beliefs are, where your focus is, what you do in life, how you live your life. Because you just sometimes, we need to make these changes within ourselves because our body's changing. It's a different phase of life. And the more we fight or resist this change that's taking place, right, the more our body fights us. And I think that's what happens when women have worse symptoms, more weight gain, more headaches, more stress, is because they are fighting their body. They are not choosing to find out, what changes can I make? What changes can I make not only in what I eat, but how I live my life, like my stress, the people I allow in my life, the energy I give out into the world, how I see things, what I focus on, right? That's huge. So that is why I'm doing this series, is to kind of go, okay, I get it. And I do help women with what to eat. That's the easy part. So if you join one of my programs and you haven't been in my program before, you will get a ton of recipes. You will know exactly within the program length, the 21 days, whatever, exactly what to eat, right? What works, what doesn't work. And it's not just about depriving yourself. It's about bringing a ton of new things in. What I find is even when women think they're eating healthy, they're not eating enough of the right things, and they're still eating some of the other things, which are even healthy, that cause the weight gain. Right? Like fruit on its own, oatmeal on its own, things like that, right? Even as gluten-free bread, wheat bread, whatever that all, starch, potatoes, right? Too many things like that, all causes weight gain in midlife, all of it. Now, today we're talking about perception and how you can make a shift in your perception that'll help give you more energy, that'll help you move towards and live and incorporate more of a healthy life, which of course does lead to your body coming into better balance, and then you can begin to release the weight. So there's reasons why you have the weight in midlife, and it's not just about what you're eating. It's also when you have extreme stress in your life. When you are in consistent stress, you will not release the weight. Your body will hold on to the weight. If you're in consistent stress, your adrenal glands are most likely tired. That's when they won't work properly, therefore they cannot produce the proper hormones. Therefore your body puts fat in your midsection to produce the hormones because your adrenal glands are tired. When your adrenal glands are tired, you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling apathetic, you're feeling bonked out, you can't even, it's hard to move through the day. That's adrenal fatigue, right? That can also cause problems with insulin levels, which all can cause problems with your thyroid. So it just can go on and on and on. So when you're not taking care of all aspects of you in midlife, then your body is not in balance. And that's when you have all the terrible symptoms. That's when you have the weight gain that you cannot get rid of. And that's when you have such a decrease in energy and feel so terrible and feel bogged down and restless and tired and frustrated, right? So you don't need to stay like that. And I have a 21-day program coming up. It's called The Shift. And this is exactly what we're going to go into. I'm going to show you how you can begin to shift areas of your life so that you will begin to gain more energy, better health, and start to lose the weight at this phase within 21 days. All my clients begin to lose weight, all of them. Because right now, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what the foods you're eating, if they're causing, you don't know what type of stress you're in. Sometimes we're in our lives so much that we're like, oh my God, I'm not in that much stress. And then I work with you, I see you in the group, we interact, and I realize, ooh, you don't even realize how you're living your life and how that's contributing to you having no energy, so much stress, feeling overwhelmed, and of course your weight gain. I can see that within a person so clearly because I'm objective and I have seen it over and over again. I see the patterns, I see what's going on. So perception. I'm just going to get my glasses for one. Oh, here they are. And perception is how we, of course, perceive things, what we think about things, our view of things, how we may analyze something, how we take things in with all of our senses, right? Let me just read. So, ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. The state of being or process of becoming aware of something. Organization, identification, and interpretation of sensory information in order to represent, understand, and whatever. You kind of know what perception means. So why this is so important is if you perceive yourself as a type of person, so we're also going into identity, that has always been overweight, is kind of lazy, like any of these things, is eats when they're stressed, eats when they're emotional, doesn't sleep well, like any of these ideas you have about yourself, your stories, I am this type of person, you perceive yourself as being a certain way in a certain situation. So you will just repeat that pattern over and over again. And so a lot of women, I just eat when I'm stressed. I want to stop eating when I'm stressed. I want to stop eating in the evenings, which is boredom and a whole bunch of other things. I just wish I could stop this. I just wish I could stop that. I want to eat healthier, but this happens, but I'm just this, and then stress happens, and then life happens. All those things are you. They're excuses, your stories, and you perceive that your life in that way, right? Like, this is the way my life goes when this happens. This is how I react when this happens. So we also want to say, we're talking a bit about identities in my new program too. What identities do you have about yourself that are keeping you limited and stopping you from taking the right types of action, the action you actually want to take, right? So why do you say, I just can't stick to healthy eating? I do really well, and then I sabotage. I don't know what goes on. I don't know why I do that. All of this, that's what we're going to work on in my new program. So how do you perceive, so if somebody is saying, okay, I know I need to eat clean. I know I need to clean up my diet. I know I need to eat healthy. What do you think that entails for you, right? Are you seeing it as hard, eating only like carrot sticks and celery, eating boring food, bland food, blah. I won't be able to go out with friends. I'm not going to enjoy this. This is going to be hard. It's going to be a struggle. I'm not really the type of person who likes this. I'm the type of person who likes to go out with friends and have wine. I'm the type of person that when I have one piece of chocolate, I can't stop, right? All of those things are exactly why you don't stay on track and why you can't seem to get yourself to even start maybe now, right? The new year's here. We're faced, this time right now, we're faced with this, well, are you going to do it? You let yourself things go during the holidays. Now it's time for you to step up. Are you going to do something about it, right? So if you look at somebody who lives more of a life you like healthy, fit, whatever you want, everybody can want something different, right? How do you perceive that they live their life? Do you imagine that they have really strict, that they have to force themselves to do something, that they're going to the gym 5 days a week, that they're doing all this, right? And then you yourself are like, I want to be like them, but there's no way I can do those things. That would be exhausting. That would take all my energy. I don't have that energy, right? I couldn't be that type of person to do that. Oh my God. Oh, I don't want to do that, but I know I should, but maybe I have to. I just have to force myself, right? All of these things we say to ourselves. You don't have to be that way. You don't have to live that way. I can tell you for a fact, the women who go through my programs realize and understand now, oh, that's not what it's about. We got to stop looking outside at what other people do or all of that and start going inside and going, okay, how can what's holding me back? What are the things I'm focusing on? What is my perception about this? What do I think about this? Really get a clear thing on, okay, I see myself. This is why. I see why I'm not sticking to this or actually doing this. I now see why. So when you get to that point, which doesn't take long, which we work through in the program because you just get the questions and we work through it together on training videos like this, right? And then it's about how can you yourself as an individual shift this area of your life into something that will work for you. And this is it. It's about finding what will work for you. So what exercise or movement will work for one woman, another one will be, I don't want to do that. That's not me. I'm never going to stick to it. So then it's about you finding what works for you. Same with food, same with a way of eating, right? Like there's no right or wrong. Some people, you need to eat 5 meals a day. You need to eat at this time. You can't eat that food at that time. You can't do this. There's no big rules. You don't have to have that because every single woman is different and it's about finding what works for you. That is not hard. It's just when you're on your own trying to figure it out, it's hard. But when you're guided in a group with like someone to coach you through this whole thing, you will get it like that. You will get it like that. Super fast, super easy. It's not hard. It's just when we are trying to figure things out in our own head, I say to myself, it's like my ideas are on a whiteboard and there's words scattered everywhere. And I cannot seem to organize my whiteboard. All I see are all words, ideas, things I need to do, things I should be doing. It's all scattered, but there's no order to it, right? That's how most people live. It's like, I know I need to do this, got to do this. I don't have time. How can I move this around? Oh my God, I give up, right? And that's a perception of how right? That's like, oh, this is the way I need to live. This is the way I live. That's not the way you have to live. It's just that's the way your thoughts currently are because you have no way of thinking how to structure them in the moment, right? And that's what we work through in the program. So you go from being chaotic and unstructured and stressed and oh my God, but it's not about structuring your life as in you need to eat at this time. No, that's not what it's about. This is the great thing. When you begin to live in a way that's in alignment with what works for you, this feels good for me. I can do this. Yes, this is the way I like to live. This is the way I like to have my day go. Then everything falls together and it's not so hard. It just becomes so much easier. It's like, oh, this isn't hard. Now, what gets in your way are your thoughts, right? Your beliefs, your focus. So that's what we tweak within the program. We're like consistently every day, like, okay, yeah, how is it working for you? What are you thinking? You know, if you're feeling this way, tweak it this way. Think about it this way. Where's your focus? Bring your focus more towards this area. So it's really an internal game. Internal change brings about the outer change. That's the only way it's ever going to work and it's ever going to stay. So that's my message for you today. My shift program is coming. It's going to be 21 days. It's going to be starting near the end of January. I would love to have you join me. I'll be sending more info soon, or you can always message me. And I also do private coaching one-on-one, 1 session, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, or 4 to 8 weeks, whatever you want, 4 to 6 weeks, whatever you want. I have something that works for every single person out there, and you get huge results really fast. Like I said, it's not complicated, but it's just got a lot of kind of wheels, right? Mind, body, spirit we work on in my programs. And when I work on with you in coaching, it's definitely mind, body, spirit. All right, ladies, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Get outside, move your body if the weather's okay. If not, do some stretching inside, do some good deep breathing. It's Sunday. Enjoy yourself. All right. Much love.